Hello everyone, Bryce Ethan White here. Welcome back to the channel for another movie review. Today's movie review, I'm going to be talking about the movie GOAT, which came out on February 13th. As of right now, I am recording this 2 days after the film's release. This movie has been getting a lot of attention because of Steph Curry's name and a bunch of other celebrities like Nick Kroll. I haven't seen him in a minute, and Jelly Roll. I didn't know he was going to be in this film as well, but anyways, all that out of the way, I'm gonna get started talking about the movie right now. So the movie starts with our main character, who is a GOAT. His mother is taking him to this basketball game where he's going to see his favorite player play out on the field, and his favorite player is getting up there in age. Everybody's calling her Unc and Grandma and old, saying she's washed up, she can't play basketball anymore. And we also, at the beginning of the film, we see her playing against another team, and that team beat them. Everybody was like, oh my god. No, I like this one scene at the start of the film where a kid is asking her, is asking Jet, yeah, Jet. Okay, the kid is asking Jet, so why can't you win a trophy? Or yeah, a trophy. I'm just call it a trophy, even though they say claw, but I'm gonna just call it a trophy. And I like how the kid answered that question while she was signing the kid's autograph. I don't think she really said. I don't think I remember her saying anything other than I do remember her like walking out with anger. And then our main character is like, when I grow up, I want to be on that basketball field. I want to be just like her someday when I grow up. And so we see the kid in the future. We see him living at this rat hamsters. I think it's a hamster's house, and he owes him rent. And so his landlord, I'm gonna call him his landlord's like, listen kid, if you don't got the money, I'm gonna have to kick you out. I'm sorry, but it's true. I'm gonna have to like kick you out if you don't pay me my money. And so we see him go to work, working at this like little restaurant, and then we see him doing his job, delivering some food, especially to his friend's house that we see later on in the film. Not that much. We don't see like his friends that much. I mean, we do a little bit, but not real. Okay, but anyways, we see him at this basketball court. Now, I'm not going to cover everything that happened in the movie. I'm only going to cover what I remember seeing in the theater on the big screen. So we see him going into this basketball cage where he's playing off against a horse voiced by Aaron Pierre. Got it on my laptop, y'all. Thank God for the internet. So we see him go 1-1. Our main character scores 2 shots, and Aaron Pierce's character, the horse, after our main character scores 2 shots, the horse steals the ball from him, scores 3 shots, take his rent money that he was going to use to pay his landlord, and then once he did, we see our main character going back to the house, and then once he tries to get back in there, but then he sees somebody else sleeping in his spot. He saw a card or note on the garbage can that says, now it didn't say this, but this is how I'm gonna put it. Sorry kid, couldn't make the rent on time. You gotta get out. Gotta get out. Go find somewhere else to stay. We see him, no wait, hold on, cause back to the game. One of his friends were recording the whole game and then like put all these effects and upload on internet for everybody to see. And then we see the one of the main villains of the movie. Yes, this is a spoiler talk. She sees the video going viral, and she says, "Know what? We need this kid on the team. And Jet, she doesn't really appreciate it. She doesn't want to pass down the torch. She wants to stay in the league. She wants to stay on the team. And once the video goes viral, we see our main character going into his job. Hold on, we see him going into his job. And then she is right there, and she's like, hey, I saw the video of you going crazy, and we need you on the team. And he's like, okay, bet. Where do I sign? We see the pig calling Jet into the office. At first, Jet's not appreciating him because, wait a minute, he can't play in the team. He's small. He's a goat. He can't really play on the team. So after that, Jet takes Will to to his first Q&A conference, his first what did you call it, like those after game conferences or something like that. I think that's what it's called. Will is being interviewed by all these people. He's getting asked all these questions, and then he says something, and Jet's like, you should have never said that, boy. So yeah, we see this like back and forth chemistry between Will and Jet, of them like this, I'm gonna put it like this like love-hate relationship between each other. But after a while, they learn to get along. Yeah, I know that was like a long discussion of what happens in the movie. But listen, I'm not going to go over everything that happened in the movie. I'm only going to go over what I saw. And listen, we all see these like rise and fall stories. Like we all see these stories of how somebody, if you put your mind towards it, you can do anything. Like somebody reaching that type of level. Like I feel like we've all seen that at this point, so I don't really feel like we need to see it again. But I also like how this movie tackles the behind the scenes of what happens with the players, like post NBA game, before the NBA game, like their training. I liked how they went into that in this movie. I don't think has any other basketball movie ever done that. I don't think they have, or have they? I'm not sure, y'all. I'm not really sure. But listen, I enjoyed this movie for what it was. I enjoyed it for what it had to offer. I like the animation. The animation looks amazing, including the character designs. The story felt rushed at some times. I really wish it really didn't feel rushed at times. It really could have taken its time to tell the story. But all in all, I like this movie for what it was. I enjoyed it for what it was. I enjoyed it what it had to offer. I would rate this movie an 8 out of 10. Now we got my review out of the way. You know, it's really crazy how Sony Pictures Animation has came a long way. Like including movies like Hotel Transylvania and the Emoji Movie. My God, the Emoji Movie. Why does that film even exist? But after the release of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, they've been getting a lot better and better. The Mitchells versus the Machines. Let's see, what else? Oh, Across the Spider-Verse. The Angry Birds movie 2. Does that count? Or does it not? I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, Sony Pictures Animation has came a long way since Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. They've been getting a lot better and better and better with their animated films. But overall, that was my thoughts and reviews on the movie GOAT. What are your thoughts and opinions on it? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications so you won't miss another video. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch. All links down there in the description below. I'm gonna get out here. Everybody have a great rest of your day, night, evening, wherever time you're watching this. Hold on. 2 videos over here for you to go check out yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good rest of your day, night, evening. Wait, I already said that. God bless you all and have a nice and hopefully a good day.